Kylie Jenner desperate for more as Timothée Chalamet pulls away amid breakup rumors. Kylie Jenner's love life is back in the spotlight, and this time the drama is unfolding in ways that are impossible to ignore. The usually glamorous Hollywood romance that captured the attention of fans around the world now seems to be hanging by the thinnest, most fragile thread imaginable. Insiders are saying Kylie is doing everything in her power to hold the relationship together, while Timothée Chalamet, her on- and off-screen counterpart, is allegedly growing increasingly distant, emotionally unavailable, and quiet, leaving the beauty mogul caught between hope and heartbreak. What makes this story even more compelling is the contrast in their approach. Kylie is desperate to preserve the romance, while Timothée seems determined to pull back quietly, all while avoiding public drama that could complicate his career. The tension reportedly became impossible to ignore after Timothée missed Kris Jenner's extravagant 70th birthday celebration, an event that was watched closely by Hollywood insiders and fans alike. His absence sent immediate ripples through social media and gossip circles, signaling that something was amiss behind the perfect red carpet images. Sources close to Kylie suggest that the absence didn't just raise eyebrows, it intensified the already growing emotional distance between the couple. While Kylie craved stability, intimacy, and a sense of togetherness, especially with the holiday season approaching, Timothée's absence was the most visible sign of his drift. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe and tap the notifications bell so you never miss the latest celebrity updates, gossip, and behind-the-scenes stories. According to insiders, Kylie is seeking warmth, commitment, and the kind of closeness that comes with holiday traditions. She reportedly dreams of shared Thanksgiving dinners, cozy Christmas moments, and a romantic start to the new year, filled with PDA and Instagram-worthy moments. Timothée, however, is allegedly moving in the opposite direction. Sources describe him as cold and unavailable, someone who carefully avoids the full emotional weight of the relationship while focusing intently on his career. It's a classic case of mismatched priorities, where one partner is fully invested and the other is cautiously retreating. The dynamic between them has been described as hot and cold for months. When Timothée is preparing for major events, red carpet appearances, award ceremonies, or photo shoots, he reportedly turns on the charm, exhibiting the affection, attention, and charisma that initially drew Kylie in. But outside of those moments, his attention fades. Whether filming, traveling, or simply immersed in professional obligations, insiders say he becomes almost entirely distant, leaving Kylie feeling alone, anxious, and frustrated. This tension seems to have reached a breaking point during a recent argument. Kylie, frustrated by the imbalance and the lack of emotional reciprocity, reportedly confronted Timothée in a conversation that insiders describe as heated and emotional. The discussion, meant to bring clarity, apparently did the opposite. According to sources, it left the couple teetering on the edge of a breakup, deepening the uncertainty surrounding their future. At this critical juncture, Kris Jenner allegedly stepped in. The renowned momager is said to have reminded Timothée that a public split could spell disaster for his professional image, particularly with the upcoming release of Dune Part 3 and other film commitments. The warning, meant to protect his career, also indirectly gave Kylie renewed hope that the relationship might survive, despite the emotional imbalance. But those close to the situation suggest that while Kylie interprets his hesitation as an olive branch, Timothée's restraint is more about timing and PR than a rekindling of genuine emotional connection. The emotional landscape of this relationship is further complicated by Kylie's reported longing for milestones that remain unfulfilled. Insiders claim she had quietly hoped for a proposal this year, imagining a romantic culmination to a high-profile Hollywood romance. Instead, she is left navigating a relationship where the emotional investment is heavily one-sided. Timothée's quiet attempts to disentangle himself leave Kylie clinging to the relationship with a sense of urgency, striving to maintain the image of a perfect romance while grappling with growing doubts behind closed doors. Fans have been watching the situation unfold, revisiting viral moments from the couple's most public displays of affection. From their courtside PDA at Knicks games to red carpet embraces that dominated headlines, it's clear that the chemistry once captivated millions. But those same fans now analyze every recent sighting for signs of strain, missed appearances, muted social media activity, and glimpses of tension during public outings. The excitement that once surrounded the couple's romance is now replaced with speculation, concern, and a palpable sense of anticipation for what comes next. For Kylie, the fight to maintain this relationship reportedly extends beyond public appearances. She is said to be pouring energy into planning award season outfits, meticulously curating public appearances, and managing social media in ways that preserve the illusion of a stable romance. Insiders note that this behavior is driven not only by hope for reconciliation but also by an innate desire to avoid public embarrassment, maintain control over her narrative, and protect the relationship she values deeply. Meanwhile, Timothee's alleged detachment has introduced a quiet but growing tension into their interactions. Described as emotionally on airplane mode, he reportedly avoids deep conversations, slows responses to messages, and maintains physical and emotional distance whenever possible. While this may be a temporary strategy to avoid confrontation, it has contributed to a widening emotional gap between them, leaving Kylie in a state of heightened vigilance, constantly monitoring signals of affection, attention, and reassurance. The dynamic between Kylie and Timothée highlights a recurring theme in Hollywood relationships: the tension between personal desire and professional obligation. Timothy's career trajectory, with major films, award considerations, and critical publicity, appears to influence his decisions around the relationship. Kylie's world, while also public and career-driven, prioritizes emotional connection and stability, especially during a season that emphasizes family, celebration, and shared experiences. The collision of these priorities is creating an increasingly precarious situation, where both stars are forced to navigate a complicated balance between love, image, and personal ambition. Sources suggest that, at its core, Kylie's persistence reflects a deep desire to protect and nurture the relationship despite its challenges. She reportedly sees Timothée as her Hollywood star boyfriend, a connection worth preserving even when the circumstances are less than ideal. Her efforts include trying to schedule intimate moments, maintain communication, and create the semblance of normalcy amidst the public eye, all while managing the expectations of fans, family, and her own internal emotional landscape. Meanwhile, Timothy's approach is more cautious, tactical, and career-conscious. While he has displayed affection in public and maintained certain appearances, insiders emphasize that these actions often align with convenience and professional necessity rather than sustained emotional engagement. It's this discrepancy that fuels the ongoing narrative of imbalance and uncertainty, leaving observers questioning whether the relationship can endure or is destined for an inevitable public unraveling. The situation reached a peak in recent weeks when the argument between the two reportedly escalated into a highly charged confrontation. Kylie, confronting the reality of a one-sided emotional investment, is said to have expressed her frustrations openly, seeking clarity and commitment. Timothée, in contrast, reportedly maintained distance, signaling his preference for postponement and strategic delay rather than resolution. The tension from this encounter has only heightened media speculation and fueled fan curiosity, creating a cycle of anticipation, analysis, and rumor that continues to dominate entertainment headlines. Insiders also note the role of family influence, particularly Kris Jenner, in shaping how both parties navigate this turbulent period. Kris's intervention, ostensibly to protect Timothy's career, also indirectly reinforces Kylie's perception that the relationship is salvageable. While her optimism may be well-intentioned, those close to the couple caution that it may prolong an inevitable outcome, delaying candid communication and emotional resolution. The juxtaposition of Kylie's emotional investment and Timothy's strategic withdrawal underscores the complex realities of celebrity relationships. Unlike private romances, theirs are lived under the scrutiny of fans, paparazzi, and social media commentary. Every interaction, absence, and gesture is dissected for meaning, amplifying stress, and making private reconciliation or separation more complicated. For Kylie, this environment adds pressure to an already fraught situation, reinforcing the need to project optimism, control narrative, and maintain public composure despite internal uncertainty.